Hi, welcome back to another episode. Nice wok here, heating up. I just find I'm spending too much money on chicken fried rice in Chinese takeaways here. You know, £10–15 a week for 3 small portions, and I can cook it simple at home. So let the oil heat up a bit. The wok was hot. This is enough for about 3 or 4 portions. So I've got 3 medium onions there, finely sliced. All we're going to do is fry those off, and we're going to give them a good stir very occasionally until they've softened and starting to go dark. We'll come back in about 7–8 minutes. So that's been about 7 or 8 minutes. That's how you want your onions, not fully darkened because there's still plenty more cooking to go. So now we have about 250 grams of chicken breast that I've cut up into long pieces. I haven't shredded it, but it's in long pieces that I've cut it. Just want to fry that off. We'll come back once that's firmed up. So they cut it up into strips, if you like, because it cooks quicker. And I know this is like a Cantonese British restaurant style, but like I said, I was spending quite a lot of money on this dish, and it's something you can cook home, really simple. You know, I'm not adding any chili sauce. You can add chili sauce, you can add some fresh chopped garlic, or some actual chilies. Please feel free to adapt the recipe accordingly. I lived in China for some time, in Beijing. I've travelled quite extensively in China, and the food that we get here in the UK in Chinese restaurants, we know the menu before we go there, don't we? And they've started doing a few Malaysian dishes now and Chinese dishes just to capitalise on those new styles. So that's fine, we can mix the onions in now. But the food in the restaurants, unless you go to a really Chinese area like a Chinatown in a city, has no comparison to the actual food in China, because it's very regional and differs from region to region, and it's very unhealthy, Chinese food here in the UK. It's predominantly Cantonese British food. Why Cantonese? Because a lot of people who are Cantonese from Hong Kong, they could get visas before Chinese people. Was it 2003? Chinese people, unless you were a diplomat or had some very special permission, couldn't even leave China. So you get this like Anglo-Chinese version of food. It's one of the most popular fast foods in the UK, even above Indian restaurants. You very, very rarely ever see a Chinese restaurant closing down. So it's a lot better and much quicker, cheaper, and a lot healthier too to cook at home. So we'll come back in a moment. So we just knock everything to the side, and this is 3 servings that you get in a Chinese restaurant. So we're going to put 4 eggs into it. So I'm a lot more generous with the ingredients than you'll get in a Chinese restaurant, where it's predominantly rice. Not many peas, as you'll see in a moment, but so this is where this little spatula comes in. All we want to do is just mix those eggs around and get them like scrambled eggs, basically. So you can move the position of the wok so that the chicken and onions don't cook, and we just want that to solidify. Come back in a moment. So there you go, we've basically got scrambled eggs. So what we do now is just stir all those ingredients back in with each other. Make sure none of the egg pieces are very big, or you can just cut them, you know, chop them up. So we've got the eggs, the chicken and the onion so far. So we can turn it down now. It's been on really quite a high flame throughout. We can turn it down. Now, this is the really unique part of it. Anybody that's cooked fried rice, next day rice is best. I purposely cooked this yesterday. It's about 2 cups of rice. I'm using Thai jasmine. Use any rice you want, even use basmati. So what we want to do is just plonk that into the dish. So next day rice. Why next day? Because it's dried out, you get more individual grains and it's better for frying. So cook your rice the day before. You can let it cool down, drain it, all the water, drain it off, and leave it in the fridge or whatnot. Just going to give that a good stir, and before we do that, here's about a tablespoon of soy sauce. When you're using soy sauce, this is dark soy sauce, you don't need to use any salt, salty enough. We might add a little bit more depending on the colour of the rice when we stir it around. We'll come back in a second. So that's all nicely stirred, and what I've done, I've got a mug, so just about 1.5 cups of frozen peas. They never give you enough peas. I hope some people from Chinese restaurants are watching, so they think, oh, okay, we got to add more peas. British people like peas. Sorry for the accent, but just stir that out. The peas have been cooked, and there you go. 3 or 4 portions of really tasty Chinese restaurant style, here in the UK at least, egg fried rice with peas and chicken, or predominantly chicken fried rice. Now, this is another little tip. A lot of people are frying things with sesame oil. Sesame oil is just the key ingredient. It will get that signature flavour that you might have lacked before we can turn the heat off. But restaurants are all about profit. You will add this at the end. It's just for flavour. You don't want to fry anything with that, unless you're cooking proper Chinese food, where you probably would want to, but it can be overwhelming. So we're just going to stir that in, and you get that nice glossy glisten quintessential of Chinese Indian, sorry, Chinese Indian, Chinese English. So that smells great, looks great. So that's that. It's as simple as that. So save yourself a few quid, make that, change it, adapt it. Got some noodle dishes coming up in the future, etc, etc. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share and subscribe. How easy was that?